masters reduced to emaciated laborers toiling under the banner of the rising sun. Beyond the immediate human catastrophe, the surrender fundamentally altered the psychological landscape of global geopolitics. As Winston Churchill famously declared, it was the worst disaster and largest capitulation in British history. For centuries, the ideological justification for colonial rule rested heavily on the perceived invulnerability and inherent superiority of the European powers. The sudden, total collapse of the empire's greatest eastern bastion at the hands of an Asian power shattered this illusion instantaneously and irreparably. The psychological chains of colonialism were broken long before the political ones would follow. The echoes of that capitulation resonated deeply across Southeast Asia, fueling a profound nationalist awakening. Local populations, witnessing the utter humiliation of their colonial overlords, realized that European dominance was neither natural nor permanent. Guerrilla warfare, a form of irregular combat where small groups of combatants use military tactics including ambushes and sabotage to fight a larger and less mobile traditional military, began to take root among resistance movements. Leaders who would later spearhead independence struggles absorbed a critical lesson. The colonial masters could be defeated, and the destiny of Asia belonged to its own people. When British forces finally returned to reclaim the island following the Japanese surrender in 1945, they found a territory irrevocably transformed. The Union Jack was raised once more, but the moral and military authority it once represented had evaporated. The colonial administration attempted to reassert control, yet they were met by a populace emboldened by wartime resistance and deeply disillusioned by the failure of their former protectors. The era of unquestioned imperial dominion had concluded, and a new era of negotiated withdrawals and fierce independence struggles had begun. The strategic vacuum left by the diminished British presence rapidly became a theater for a new kind of global struggle. As the world transitioned into the Cold War, a prolonged period of geopolitical tension between the United States and the Soviet Union and their respective allies, the newly emerging nations of Southeast Asia navigated a treacherous landscape of proxy wars. A proxy war occurs when major powers instigate or play a major role in a conflict but use third parties to do the fighting directly. The fall of the colonial order, catalyzed by the events of 1942, cleared the board for these new ideological battles, fundamentally shifting the center of global strategic gravity. The capitulation of the Gibraltar of the East stands as a stark monument to the peril of strategic arrogance and the suddenness